So before I start, let me introduce myself. I'm an aerospace engineer by profession. I served the aviation industry for almost 28 years, and then came into this business, wonderful business, in 2003. And since that time, I'm into this business full time. And I've been going around the world, almost to 45, 46 countries, where I've trained people almost over 100,000. So it's always a pleasure to see people who would like to achieve, who would like to go higher in their lives. So today's topic is so important. It is between success and failure. This is a bridge. So let me start with a question. Just raise your hand so that I get an idea. How many of you all made goals in 2019? Just raise your hand. So raise your hand fully. So we have got about 12 people. So my next question is, how many of you all, whatever you have made goal, achieved it? And achieved it means 100%. Now, to be very honest, you are the person who have made goals. So that's wonderful to see that about 4 or 5 people who already got it. And now a difficult question is, how many of you all have got it written down in 2019? Written down goals, so there are 4 people. So you see how the number kept on going down. So the agenda of today's seminar, which I am doing in Dubai office, and webinar who are watching me from Africa, from whole of Europe and Asia, of course, this webinar is going live, and all those who are listening to me around the world, you will get a link also. So the agenda of today's webinar is, what is goal? And this is a much talked about every time 1st January comes, New Year, everybody's writing goals, resolutions, but by the end of the month, everything goes out of the window. Different types of goals. And then why goal setting is so important. And there are 7 steps to goal setting. I've done a lot of courses from the top people in US and Canada on goal setting. So all those from last so many years that I have been in the personal development, I'm giving you a crux of that. I can take a whole day workshop on this goal setting too. So what is success? Everybody would like to become successful, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes? I did not get it. Is it yes?
Yes.
So all those who are watching me in the webinar have also heard you. That is, it is a loud yes. So success is basically your goal. Success is equal to your goal. And I'll prove it. Remember, I'm an engineer. I go by result. I go by action. That's what you need to do. So, a lot of people, they are really confused. What is goal? And he's the master. Napoleon Hill and the Think and Grow Rich, one of the best book for personal development. If you have read it, very good. Read it second time. If you have not read it, I would recommend it very strongly that you buy this book and you read it. Think and Grow Rich. So what is goal as per this person is anything that you want to do, you want to be, you want to have or achieve. That's a simple definition of a goal. What you want to achieve in life, right? So now, once you have got the definition of goal, what are the different types of goal? There has to be the most important thing in your life. You can be a millionaire, you can be the most famous person, the most powerful person. You don't have health, everything is not up as you. Remember, whatever you are today, you're working today, whatever you want to achieve is because of your health. Second is, of course, your career and money. You need money. That is the second most important thing. And then, of course, people who would like to grow up is education. There are a lot of students who are watching the webinar, and they are in high school or they are in, diploma, they are doing the university. Education is very important, of course. And then there's, of course, family. Family is all personal development, the growth that you need to grow. Then comes your spiritual goal, your connection with God. That is equally important. And then your social, how social you are. And then comes relationship. So I'm not going to cover all the areas, but I'm going to cover just few of the areas, all right? And in that, my first question is, you know which goal setting we are doing very good? That is the goal setting that we are very good at. Not relationship.
Marriage.
Are you married? Then you get married, before 1 year you make sure the marriage houses work and all those who are to be invited. This is where we plan, that is for our marriage. And the other goal setting that we do is for vacation. That's it. This is, I'm talking you by the facts. All those who are working in Dubai, once the year starts, you plan for your vacation. You tell your boss, I would like to go in June, I'd like to go in October. You do the shopping, you do everything around that vacation. I'm not talking of vacation in Hawaii. I mean, if you do vacation in Hawaii, nothing like it. But these are the goal setting that we do, but not as far as career is concerned. So my next question is, who should make goals? Are there some specific people, some professional people? Goals should be made by everyone.
Everyone.
I sometimes teach students from school, and when I go to Canada, I talk about goal setting to the university graduates or the university students from various universities. So the question now is, why set goals? So there are 4 reasons. It gives you a direction in your life, what you want to do. It energizes you, it inspires you, provides challenge, and it makes you think out of the box. So these are just a guideline as to why you need to set goals. And then why goal? This is the best definition what Albert Einstein has said, that if you want to live a happy life, tie it with a goal, not to people and things. Why, we are attaching ourselves to a particular thing that we want, or particular people. That is not where you will get the happiness. And that's a wonderful definition. And in today's world, why we need goal? Especially today. When I was young, it was a beautiful world. Today's world is full of confusion. There are so much of political, social, economic, cultural, religious kind of a confusion happening. I mean, the world is completely changed in the last 30, 40 years. This is a difficult time, let me tell you. And if you don't make your goal, it's time that you should. That is the reason why setting the goal is paramount, critical. So in life, goal setting makes the difference between success and failure. Let me tell you one more thing. That all those who are doing job, they're just doing job where they want to be very successful, they are not there. And everybody would like to become successful. But there has to be a guideline that they need to have in their life. So if you would like to become really very successful, you have to set goals. So goal achieving is basically an inner game. Nobody can force you that you would like to become successful. No, it has to be from inside, and discipline plays a very critical role. I served the Air Force, and Alhamdulillah, that's where I got my initial education and practice in discipline. Anybody who's from the Air Force, you know how stringent, how tough their lives are, because we go through the academy training. So this guy who's my coach and mentor from a long, long time, he died, but he says discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. This is Jim Rohn. So how many people have heard about this SMART goal? Please raise your hand. SMART. S-M-A-R-T. And my today's this goal setting seminar and webinar I have got from the top organization and people, and I'll give you the reference right in the end. This SMART definition was done by Peter Drucker. He was one of the, top personal development gurus, and he has got that SMART, and I got a little change in that thing, so that S is specific, and M is in most of the time they call it measurable, but I have got it from a different coach. It's called meaningful, and I'll put it why it is so meaningful. And A is actionable, R is realistic, and T is time bound. So this is a very simple word, SMART, and I'm going to take each one of the word and analyze it for your better understanding. So when the word specific comes, what do you want to accomplish? That is what is needed. What do you want in life? Okay? And M is meaningful. Why is that goal so important in your life? There has to be a purpose in life. You just don't come and spend your time 70 years, 80 years, 100 years. And A is actionable. Anything, which you would like to do has to have a proper action. Because action gives you the result, and the right action. It has to be realistic. A lot of people want to become a millionaire or want to buy whatever they want to buy in their lives and go for vacation. It has to be realistic and time bound. And I'll again give you the steps of all that. So, a man without goal is like a ship without a rudder. Imagine this ship which is going, or the boat which is going without a rudder, it goes here and there. And most of us are like that. And again, I'll give you a study of Harvard Business School. So there are 7 steps to the goals. Number 1 is you write goals. Number 2 is there has to be a start and a completion date of the goal. Third is this is extremely the benefits has to be there. The benefits of whatever goal that you are trying to have. Fourth is there are obstacles that you're gonna face while getting to achieve that goal. And what are the action steps? What are the priorities in that goal setting? Review it and then reward yourself. Everybody needs some sort of a motivation, not from outside source. You would like to buy something, you would like to go on vacation with that money that you have got, get it. So why writing goal is so important, writing goals. A lot of people, they have goals, but it is over here. So writing goal, that is what do you want to accomplish in your life. And that can be your job, whatever you are doing, or the business that you are in. Whatever you are doing, as a housewife, you would like to, grow your children to the best. That is a fantastic goal. So setting goal was studied by Harvard Business School, and this is a very interesting fact that if you look at this graph, 3% had a written goal, and 10% had it in their mind, and 87% they studied, but they didn't have any goal. And the same study, after 10 years, they went back to those people, a final year student of that year, and after 10 years, whatever these guys were getting, you can imagine, so those 10% got almost 3 times. And these guys, way higher, more than 10 times of what they were getting. Same school, same study, and that written goal made that much of a difference. So why write goals? When you write goals, of course, everybody is looking at the result. So your percentage of your imagined success goes to 80%. When you don't write goals and you write goals, from 5%. And this is not me saying, this is a study which has been done. So after writing your goal, you've written it, there is an affirmation which is needed. affirmation is something, if you have studied the power of subconscious mind, and this is one of the latest study that I have got it from my academy, which I'm studying from last 1.5 year, Business Academy for Women by Sonia Stranger. And I'm very thankful for the latest research that she is telling. So in the conscious mind, there is a logical goals and plans, conscious mind. And at the back is the unconscious or the subconscious mind. And that is connected with your emotions and visions. And if you look at this, the brain that is working reticular activating system, RAS it is called, it works on law of attraction. There is a beautiful movie called The Secrets. How many people saw that movie? The Secrets, there's a book also by the way. And you attract something what you have in a vision board. Personally, I have not done any vision board, but inshallah after doing this course, this week I plan to have a vision board. And it will come in my Facebook too. So, what you are having it, a board or a small piece of paper and put your picture inside. What do you would like to have as far as money is concerned? What do you like to have as far as relationship is concerned? What do you like to have with your children? What do you like to have as a vacation? What do you like to have as a car? Put it over there. And how many people have read my book, Map Your Freedom? So there are just few people. So you need to learn about, goal setting. The entire chapter is dedicated in that. And there is an affirmation. And in that affirmation, I have put the affirmation of Bruce Lee. How many people know Bruce Lee? All right. And that guy, Bruce Lee, an amazing guy. What I'll do is, if I have that, there it is. So, I'll just, there's a whole chapter there dedicated on goals and goal setting. This is what I'm teaching, is right there in my book. But what I'm going to, read out the affirmation what Bruce Lee did in 1979. And he says, I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performance and render the best of quality in the capacity of an actor. Who was he? He was a martial art superhero. He wanted to become an actor. 1979. Starting in 1970, I will start to achieve world fame, and from then onward, till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. And that's his own handwriting of Bruce Lee. So you can learn the margin. What it does is basically this affirmation. You write in a small card. Goal setting is all very big, long, whatever. But and write your name, would like to get this for the benefit that you want. All right. So the magic of the subconscious mind is unbelievable. Like when you drive a car and you learn and you're very particular about the accelerator, and if you've got that gear shift, the clutch and the brake and all that, and you keep on mixing it up, what to do. But after about a month or two, you drive unconsciously. If there is a cat comes or anybody, you brake, or if nobody tells you, okay, now you have to brake. But that's how our subconscious mind should work. So why goal fails? So this goal, we are making quite a lot of them. There is confusion. So if you are coming on a road like this, which is telling you to go straight, to go right, and to go left, that's how our goals are basically, unfortunately. And that is the reason why, if we have so many goals, then we are not focusing. Multiple goals. What is the highest priority that you have? So there is a beautiful definition called follow one course until successful. Can you see that? There was a time when people who used to talk about multitasking. There was a big thing. You can do 2, 3, 4, 5 things. No more. That is all gone now. So the why of your goal is the driving force. The why. Meaningful. The M of smart. Not measurable, meaningful. So your purpose should be aligned to your feelings. Now, this feeling is an inside game again. So whatever your mind is thinking subconsciously, the subconscious mind, that has to be connected with feeling. So if we are talking about on a higher level, the value for which that you are working for, is it from your heart? Or it is because your dad or somebody told you, or you have come over here to work and get earning and all that. So the motivation has to be there from inside. And why successful people are successful? Because they know their why. The purpose is very clear to them. They are passionate. So the goal failed because you are not inspired. That inspiration is an inner game. It's just like your mobile. Everybody has got a mobile, right? So you charge it. It gets charged and then you can work, and then after 24 hours it gets dead. So again you need that charging. So motivation is not something which comes from outside. I can motivate you for a day or 2 days, that's it. You go to a big event, there is a lot of gaga and dance and balloon falling and recognition taking place, clapping, and next day you are the same person, or maybe third day you are the same person. So the biggest inspiration comes from the benefit that you are getting. You study, you get a good job. You study more, you get higher in your job. In business, you change a certain model and then you get your business up. So the benefits that you are getting from your work or business is that inspiration that you will get. So you need to write action steps. What you need to do, prioritize them. This is my highest priority. And then you start doing it. You see, we are looking at the result. That result comes because of the habit that you have. And the habit is because of the action that you take. And the action is what is coming out of our mouth, words. And the word comes because of our thoughts. So I'll repeat it. Forward. Mind, your thoughts gives words. Words gives that action. Action over a period of time becomes habit, and habit gives you the result. So if your results are not good, if something is wrong with your habit. And habit is also not good, then you will go back to your action. So action is important. A lot of people would like to become successful. So what is actually happening, why people fail in this goal is GPA. Have you heard of them in the university? It's a great point, average GPA. But in goal we call it what? G is goal, P is plan, and A is action. So the moment they have the goal, they go into action without any plan. And that is the reason why most of the goal that they make fail. And this is one of your heroes and my hero also, if not yours, but you love the code. How many of you know this guy? All the Filipinos I think know. Who is this guy? Michael Jordan. He said champions do not become champions when they win an event or that game. But in the hours and the weeks and the months and years they spend in the preparation. So the preparation is very important. Wherever you want to go in life, as a crown ambassador, you would like to be right on the top, or a crown diamond, you want to achieve a certain money goal, you need to, have that proper documented plans. And this is another great thinker, philosopher, Confucius. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goal, adjust your action that you are taking. Those are the things which are wrong. So your goal should be realistic. Now the problem is this. Can you see this lady? Why my goal is not getting? Because the goal that she has made is too dreamy, too big. In 1 year I'm going to become a millionaire, 1 year I'm going to buy this Mercedes and I'm going to have a yacht also. There are people who have made that type of goals. Or they are too practical. They are too practical and not very realistic. Practical is okay, but not compelling enough to get people moving. So this is what is happening. The ineffective. So, another beautiful picture. So the vision that you have, so imagine this person is going to go to the end and is where, oh, I have achieved it. The mountains that have to go up and you feel so good. For that few minutes or seconds when people go and climb Mount Everest, they don't stay on the top for a long time. But the feeling that they get. So imagine the challenges. And the worst thing is, there's a fear factor. There's a lot of fear. Why people, again, do not go to their target is there are a lot of dragging force. There are a lot of things which are driving that person to go forward. That's a big, obstacle. Again, it's you. The fear is you. So I hope you know the definition of fear. False evidence appearing real. F-E-A-R. It's not there. Like if you tell a small child, there is a ghost, there is something in the dark, that kid is going to have that thing in the mind for the rest of their lives. I'll give you the example of my grandchildren. We live in a house where my grandchildren live in the downstairs and it's pitch dark night and they walk up to their dadu and dadi at night if they want something. No fear. So we taught them that there's nothing like there's a boogeyman in the dark, which we tell to our children or grandchildren. Anyway, coming back to the action that you need to make. You have a vision of say 1 year, or 3 years, or 5 years. That has to be broken down from long term to a short term goal. And the short term is a monthly calculation, a roadmap that you have to make. Monthly. And as far as the time is concerned, again this is the research done. The best time to measure your goal is on a weekly basis. Not daily, not monthly, not bi-monthly, not quarterly. Is weekly and then have it in 30 days. And then after 30 days, you work for 30 days and you get paid. Whether it is 3,000 or 30,000 there. That's how it is. But then your result should be measured on a weekly basis. So what is the start and the completion date? Whatever you want to start, so you want to start today? Right, 23rd January 2020. I'm starting and I would like to get something in a short term, 90 days. So from 30 days, you go to 90 days challenge. From 90 days, you go to another 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, and then you can have 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Now, if really you would like to become successful in your business, of this direct selling or network marketing, you have to give 3 to 5 years. If I, in my age, can do it, everyone over here in this room, they are younger than me. You can do it. So what is happening is, if you look at this beautiful graph of difficulty, If it is too easy your goal, or if it is too difficult, you are not going to achieve it. It has to have that degree of difficulty with that result and performance and motivation enough for you to achieve it. So, who does all that? There has to be somebody who should be coaching you. So, right now, when I ask how many people went through this book, map your friend, 5 or 6 people, we would like to become successful and like this lady who's a lawyer. I mean, she cannot become a lawyer without going through the school. She can have all the books in the world, but she needs a teacher. If that was the case, then everybody would become a lawyer and an engineer and a doctor by reading books in the library. You need a teacher. So I'll come to that. So remember, achieving the goal is not a one-time random process. It is daily, weekly, monthly action that you take 365 days. So if you would like to become healthy, just one day of running will not make you super fit guy. You need to do this thing on a daily basis, at least 5 times in a week. So there's no magic formula. It's not an injection that you get, a steroid injection, and you become perfect. Nothing happens like that. This is a natural process. You need to do whatever action needed to be done on a daily basis. So you need to review your goals and you need to reward yourself. So your review is only done by accountability. Remember, all of you are working, right? Just raise your hand, all those who are working in a certain job, any job, raise your hand please. So we have almost 90% of the people who are working, and those who are not, maybe they are full-time here or maybe doing the business. So what actually happens is, in our business of direct selling, they think that I am the boss. Why you are doing so good in your job? Because you have got a boss on top and they give you a target. Mr. So-and-so, for kicking the butt, you said, okay, that's the right word. You don't do it, you get fired. You get a love letter. You get a love letter. You don't do it, you'll be fired. That's how the job works. So there is a fear factor, which is another good word is accountability. You don't go to work on time, your one salary is gone. So everybody is on time. There is no excuse. So it is 8 o'clock and I see now people walking in because this is a free seminar going on. This seminar in US and Canada, you have to pay $100. $100 for this seminar which I am doing right now. Free is free. There's no value for it. So next time, Ashwin, anybody getting in my seminar, 8 o'clock, means 8 o'clock, we'll lock the door. Rest of the people will be outside. And whatever you want to go to the toilet, everything has to be done beforehand. And so I've got 5 people going out. So next time, please, I need motivation myself. Anyway, coming to, you need to have a coach or a mentor. And that's what will make you successful. You need a guide. And that coach who has gone the way which has made that person successful will guide you. Not to a person who doesn't know what he's talking, what he's doing. So what gets measured gets improved. And who's the yardstick? You see, if you want to see how your face looks, you have to come in front of the mirror. That mirror is your teacher, is your guide, is your mentor. So, in direct selling, of course, what goals give you when you get it, money, house, car, end of the day, when you achieve, you get that satisfaction. And the beauty of our business, the power of our product that we have, is that satisfaction that you get. When you eat, when you drink, and when you apply those healthy, natural, organic products, you get the benefit. So when you get a benefit, you are happy, you are satisfied. And similarly in the business, if you are really doing the business as a business, the unfortunate part is you want to do business, but you are doing it as a hobby. If I ask how much time you are spending in your business, in your work you put 8 to 10 hours, some people put 12 hours. Now in your business you are putting only 1 hour, so you will get a 1 hour type of a benefit. Some of my students, not over here, I'm talking about in Latin America, Peru, Bolivia, Mexico. Why they are doing so good? They don't, they are not told to come. They just come. They do their leadership camp here. Leadership camp is being arranged by the office. There they are doing 3 to 4 leadership camp by themselves. That's what makes a big difference. That's why they are doing $5 to $6, $7 million per month. Vision 2020. 2020 in Dubai is a big thing. October 2020, everything is going to be something really big. So, my question to you is, what if you could see the next 5 years? What is this? 20? So 5 years, can you see
25.
where you will be after 5 years? Not possible. But this is a very valid question. If you could live the last 5 years all over again, so you have not achieved what you wanted. So now you have learned the lessons through your failures. And remember, this is what I coach people. Failures are a step to your success. Never ever get disappointed or demotivated if you are failing. Every failure will move you towards that success that you want. So if you look at this beautiful picture, the past is where you learn the lesson. This is important. Nobody has reached the pinnacle of success without failure. And the future is where you apply the lessons. Don't give up in the middle. And that's what exactly is happening. When the going gets tough, you just put your hands up. So now coming to our direct selling network marketing goal setting. Whatever I have spoken in general was for everyone. Now for the networkers and the business, which is around $200 billion, is more than Hollywood, more than very lot of big industry. There are 118 million people involved in this business. You can well imagine. The business, the industry which is there from 135 years. And many people I'm sure don't know. The President of America, Donald Trump, was also involved in this direct selling network marketing business. So you can well imagine. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, these are the billionaires. Warren Buffett has got three, they have got what? Direct selling companies. Now, the 5-year vision into a practical plan. 5 years. So you would like to achieve a certain income. You would like to achieve a certain rank. In 5 years, if you are really serious, becoming a crown diamond should not be a problem. But more important is not the crown diamond, the pin that you put it over here. It's the money that you get. And traveling around the world, crown diamond, in 5 years, anybody can do it, provided they do the business as a business. And their income is 10,000 US dollar. So only one guy is clapping so that he wants that 10,000. Anyway, so the thing is that you have to have a very realistic approach to this business. We get excited. I mean, leadership camp is coming, people come, all the hype and the gaga and all that. And then they are not ready to change themselves. I said that the three things nobody can put inside you. You cannot convince anybody, you cannot change anybody, and you cannot motivate anybody. So where do you want to be in 5 years? Your monthly income, title, you want to become a speaker, or a trainer, a coach, or a mentor. What do you want to get materialistically, like car and some jewelry, some nice clothes initially, or make your dream house. Everybody, is here to get something done back home. So today's my reference is from the academy, which I'm nowadays since June of 2018. I'm involved with the lady Sonia Stringer Business Academy for Women, a wonderful lady. Map Your Freedom. The reference is from my book, from various notes of Peter Drucker, Brian Tracy, and LinkedIn training. I'm sure people know LinkedIn, and in that they have got a training where you have to pay. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Yes.